And good morning, Patrick Sullivan, the head cross country coach at Central Junior High, is corralling the Wild Ones this morning. Thank you for joining us.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Hey,
Trying to get them.
I don't know if people realize how many kids do you have part of the program at Central?
We've got 150 on our roster, and we're always looking for more. Running through the halls, trying to find more.
How do you manage that many kids? Is it hard?
Patience. It seems fine. We've introduced captains this year, so we have 5 really good captains. And they applied, and so we've got seventh graders, we've got eighth graders, we've got ninth graders, and they're stepping up and leading. We've got some other great volunteers who just didn't really feel like they wanted to be a captain yet, but they're still great leaders, and they kind of take control.
I know you've been involved in cross country a long time, but to be involved with the Central program and now in charge of it your first year, I mean, this is quite an honor, is it not, for you?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's one of those things that when I first got into cross country and you see the central teams and how big they are and how dominant they are years, it just blows your mind kind of. And to be in charge of that it's a definite honor. Super honored.
We see the kids behind you. What are you all working on this morning?
We are doing stretches. We're going stretches, so that way we can get them right because we're going to try and avoid all injuries this year. We've done a couple quick warm-ups, and then we're just going to kind of hammer in stretches and core, and we're going to do, just some strength training just so we ensure we don't get shin splints or, to injure a young runner is the worst thing possible. So we're just precaution.
And you just got video bombed there momentarily. It was
Yeah.
funny. Um, they're a good group of kids. You enjoy working with the kids, don't you?
Oh, I love coaching. It's great. It probably saved my teaching career because I got into coaching after I started teaching, and you get to reach so many more kids, and you can have so much fun with the kids, and especially in cross country, this guy on his little scooter go by. It's such a family because in other sports, one guy does one thing, one guy does another, but in cross country, we all run the same routes, we all run the same race, and they really bond with each other really, really well.
As let me pull up the schedule here real quick. You see the schedule starts September 1st at the St. Invitational, then Elkins. So you've got not too far off. So what's the main thing you work on between now and that first race?
Well, we are going to try. We're going to train through meets, which means I'd like my kids to peak around conference. So we're going to try and we're going to work hard, but they're still going to be sore at those first couple meets because we're not planning to peak every Saturday. I want them and need them, I guess. I want them to have their best at the end of the season, so that way that carries them in the track and they look forward to it. I don't want them to have their best race the first week. It'll be a detriment for the rest of the season.
What was it about cross country that attracted you to coach that sport?
You gotta leave. Okay. I used to run, and it was just fun. It's just the family atmosphere, the group setting. We always joke you get to see such beautiful places as Siloam Springs and Elkins. And, it's a different type of athlete, a kid who's dedicated to go out and, run mileage and get up every Saturday and give up their Friday nights, to rest. It's, that's a totally different athlete. It's a dedicated athlete, and that appeals to me. And I want to help, see them succeed.
And I know one of the key things that you always tout about cross-country runners is it carries over into the academic side. They do very well in school.
Oh, yeah, definitely. At my old school, we had the highest GPA on campus for 6 years. And I've explained this to these kids. The joke always is it's more oxygen, which I don't know if that's scientifically true. But, yeah, it's, you have a group of kids that are willing to help each other in the classroom. and out on the course. It's huge. It's great for academics.
One final thing. There's more to it than just, hey, go out there and turn left, turn right here. Correct?
Not much more, but there's a little bit more, and there's a big mental side of it. How can you deal with, if you're used to beating this person week after week after week, and then they beat you, how can you mentally deal with that? And that's something for young kids that adversity is great for them to encounter, and it teaches them a lot about themselves.
Well, Pat, I appreciate the time. We'll let you get back to it, and we'll catch up with you before or after the first meet. How about that?
Sounds great. I appreciate it. Thanks, Blair.
All right. Thank you.